Hey guys, this video will be the first of a series showing you how to set up your own augmented reality projects. Don't worry, you won't need to purchase any software to recreate these examples. We're just going to make a few free accounts as we go. In this tutorial, I will walk you through creating an augmented reality project with the Layar service in coordination with the FeedGeorge plugin for WordPress. We will also view our project using the Layar app. Let's get started. First, you'll need to create an account with Layar. I put the link for you in the description below. Once you log into your account, you will see this landing page. Click on your username in the top right-hand corner and find My Layers. This will take you to the layer creation panel. Now go ahead and create a new layer. We are prompted to name our layers and designate whether it is a geo or vision-based layer. For this project, we're going to make a geo layer. Let me explain what that means. All augmented reality projects require an anchor to the physical space, sort of like a hidden tether to our unseen content. With Layar, this connection can either be to a specific GPS location or a recognized image. Encountering the location or the image in question will be the mechanism that makes our augment appear. If that sounds a little confusing, don't worry. It'll become clear as we complete the project. Making sure that I have selected Geo Layer, let's name it Unseen. I already have my layer created, so let's go over some configuration details. We'll leave most of these panels untouched for now, but we need to look at the overview and API panels to get our augment working. In the overview panel, note that layer title and layer name are two separate things. Layer title is the label that will appear with our augment when it is viewed in the app. The layer name is the actual unique identifier for our channel. We will need our layer name again in a minute. Be sure to save any changes you make to this page. Next, let's look at the API panel. Make sure that you're using the latest API version. You'll also notice at the top of the page the API URL field. You won't have one of these yet. We're going to be creating that in the next step. Again, be sure to save your changes before moving on. Next, you'll need to create an account with WordPress and set up an empty site. I put the link for you in the description below. Once you've created your WordPress, go to the dashboard. From here, go to the Plugins tab. Select Add New Plugin and search for the FeedGeorge Augmented Reality plugin, as it appears written on screen. Once installed, double-check to make sure FeedGeorge is activated. A new option will have appeared in the WordPress dashboard labeled FG Augmented Reality. Go to Settings. At the top of the page, there will be some red text that prompts you to register to use FeedGeorge. It will not appear on mine because I have already registered. Go ahead and complete the registration as prompted until you receive an API key. Copy this API key and paste it into the appropriate field on the settings page. Be sure to update options at the bottom of the page. Before we do anything else, we also need to paste this API key into the field we saw earlier in Layar. Go back to the API panel and paste in the URL. Don't forget to save your changes. We also have to create a reference for this layer in our WordPress. To do this, find Geolocation Layer under FG Augmented Reality back in our WordPress dashboard. We need to create a new layer. Far radius will work just fine, but this is where you can easily make a mistake. You need to include your layer name, not your layer title. Remember that the layer name is the unique, unchangeable identifier that was located in our Overview panel within Layer. Let's double check to make sure. Now we have a way to create POIs, or points of interest, which we can send to Layer. We can do this by creating a new post from the WordPress dashboard. There are a lot of options here. But for now, just give your post a title and a description. First test could work for both. Next, take a look at the Layer POI section. This is where we'll enter a location where you'll be able to view your augment. Enter a cross street near you. You can zoom in and reposition the marker better if you need to. Once you're happy with the location, click on 2D or 3D images. Here, you will choose an image file to serve as the marker for your augmented reality project. You can choose anything, but keep it relatively small, say 300 by 400 pixels or so. This way, it won't have to be resized in order to show up on any mobile device. Finally, and most importantly, make sure that your layer name is selected in the Layer POI before updating your post. Now we can get to testing our augment. We're almost ready to test. Now we just have to do a little bit of preparation. If you haven't already, install the Layer app. When you launch, it may ask you to sign into your account. Either way, you should be able to find your layer by searching for it in the browser. Once you see the name of your layer on the channel, you're ready to take a look at your augment. Let's take a look at mine. We can see that the augment is fairly stable, but there is some jitter. This is one of the limitations of the technology. If you're having trouble spotting your augment, notice that there's a radial map in the top right-hand corner. That's about all for now. We've successfully created our augmented reality project using Layer and the Feed Me George plugin. Keep in mind, this was a geolocation-based project. Next time, I'll be showing you guys how to make an image-based tracking project using Daiquiri, another augmented reality service. If you had any difficulties with this tutorial, please leave some comments below and I should be able to clarify. Thanks guys, see you next time.